Good morning, scholars. So welcome today to our class in math. And yesterday we discussed about your multiplication of 3 to 4 digit numbers with single multiplier and using area model and partial products. So as a review, we used area model and partial products to solve multiplication problems. And this morning, we are going to multiply two-digit multiples of 10 by two-digit numbers using area model. Okay, so go get your piece of paper and pencil and write the problem and be ready while I write here a sample overview of our area model. Okay, so we got here 25 times 30. Okay, so as you noticed, we have now two-digit numbers on each. We have two-digit numbers for our multiplicand, two-digit numbers for our multiplier. Okay, so to start with, we can draw our area model with this rectangular model. You can make it bigger, more bigger. So we got here. Okay, so we can write here 25, right? 25, so ones, tens. So we can divide here ones and tens. Here we go. What number is in the place value of ones? We got here 5. This is ones. So you write here 5. What number is in the place value of tens? Ones, tens. So how many zeros does a tens have? Only 1 0. So you write here 1 0. Then 2 as your tens. So you can read this 25. 20 and 5. Next, you can write your multiplier on the other side of the rectangle, either here or here. So let's try to write it here. There we go. Here's your 30. Now, we can now start to find out our partial products using your area model. Let's try to multiply 30 times 5. So you can write here 30 times 5. There we go. How many zeros you see here? Only one, right? So write the 1 0 there. Then 5 times 3. Let's count by 5. 5, 10, 15. Okay, so 15. You can write here 15. So 30 times 5 is equals 150. There you go. Okay. Next, let's multiply 30 times 20. So right here 30 times 20. Okay. How many zeros can you see here? 1 and 2. So right here 1 and 2. Then you can proceed 2 times 3. Okay? 2 times 3 equals, let's count by 2. 2, 4, 6. So 2 times 3 equals 6. The answer is 600. So right here 600. Now, you got here your partial products, which is 30 times 5 equals 150. 30 times 20 equals 600. Then you're going to add them together. 600 plus 150. There you go. So 0 plus 0 equals 0. 0 plus 5 equals 5. Then 6 plus 1 equals 7. So you got here 750. Meaning to say 25 times 30 is equals to 750. Okay. This is an example of using your area model to multiply two-digit numbers and two-digit multipliers. This time, let us try to find out the product of 60 times 34. We got here 60 times 34. Okay? So for 16 times 34, we are going to use area model and partial products. So first things first is to draw a triangle or a rectangle, sorry. Then let us try to find out 34. What's the place value of ones? We got here ones and tens. So you can divide this into two place values, ones and tens, ones and tens. Okay? So what number is in the tens place value? Or sorry, ones place value. Ones, tens. So what's in the ones? 4. Right there, 4. What number is in the tens place value? Ones, tens. So we got here 3. Right here, 3. And how many zeros does a tens have? It only have 1 0. So right here, 1 0. Then that's the time you can write your multiplier here. 60. Right here, 60. Okay? We can now find out each partial product on these areas. So we can start 60 times 4. So let's try to multiply 60 times 4. So how many zeros can you see here? Only 1. So write this 1 0 here. Then proceed by multiplying 4 times 6. Let's count by 4. Ready, begin. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. How much? It's 24. So right here, 24. Meaning to say, 60 times 4 is equals to 240. So right here, 240. There you go. Next, let's try to multiply 60 times 30. So we got here 60 times 30, right? So right here, 60 times 30. Now, count again the two. How many zeros do we have here? 1 and 2. We got here 2 zeros. So right here, 2 zeros. Next is 3 times 6. Okay? So 3 times 6. Let's count by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. How much? It's 18. So right here, 18. And to say, 60 times 30 is equals to 1,800. 1,800. There you go. 1,800. When you find out all the partial products inside your area model, that's the time you can add them all together. So we got here 1,800 plus 240. Let's try to add them all together. So 0 plus 0 is equals to 0. 0 plus 4 is equals to 4. 8 plus 2 is equals to 10. Carry 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. There you go. So count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Right there, comma. The answer is 2,040. So when you say 60 times 34, the answer is 2,040. Here's your answer. You got it? Very good. This time, let us do this together by answering our problem here on the board. At the same time, while I'm answering here, you are going to answer it in your paper also. Okay? So go get your paper and your pencil while I'm writing the number here and try to copy it and solve it all together. Okay? We are going to do it all together. Okay? So while I'm solving here in my end, I want you to do it there. Okay? Now we got here 90 times 34. So I want you to write in your paper now 90 times 34. Okay? So are you writing it now in your paper? Very good. So let us, number 1, we are going to draw a rectangular model to represent our area model. So draw there in your paper your rectangular model. Okay? So you're doing well with your rectangle? Very good. Next, let us choose this between these two numbers who has no zeros. Is it 90 or 34? So the number that has no zeros is 34 because 90 has a 0. 34 has no 0, so we can put 34 above here on this rectangular model. So let's try to find out how many place values does 34 have. Ones, tens. So you write here ones and tens. So you're going to divide by 2. Ones, tens, ones, tens. What number is in the ones place value? Okay? So the number that is in the ones place value, ones, which is 4. So you can write there 4. Okay? Then, what number is in the tens place value? So ones, tens. You can write now 3. Ones, tens. So 3. Then how many zeros does the tens place value have? Only 1. Right there in your paper, 1. Okay? Now, you can write our multiplier on each side of your rectangle. Either you can write it here or on this side. It's up to you. But the concept is still the same. Now you can solve and find out the partial products of each area model. We can have now 90 times 4. So you can write here 90 times 4. Write in your paper. Okay, very good. So you're writing now in your paper 90 times 4. Now, let us solve 90 times 4. Always ask yourself, how many zeros can you see here? Only 1. Okay? 1. So right there, 1. Okay? When you're done writing with 0, multiply 4 times 9. So let's try to count by 4. Ready, begin. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. How many? 36. So you can write here 36. Meaning to say 90 times 4 is equals to 360. There you go. Okay, so let's try to solve 90 times 30. Are you following? Very good. So 90 times 30. Now, 90 times 30, 90 times 30. Ask yourself, how many zeros do we have here? 1 and 2, correct. So you got here 1 and 2. Right here 2 zeros. Okay? Next, you can proceed now to 3 times 9. Let's count by 3 again. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. How much? It's 27. So you write here 27. Meaning to say 90 times 30 is equal to 2,700. There you go. When you found out already the partial products in your area model, that's the time you are going to add them all together. Okay? So let us add all together 2,700 plus 360. Always remember to align them by their place value. Ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So 0 plus 0, solve it by yourself. 0 plus 0 is equals 0. Let's do this all together. 0 plus 6 equals 6. 7 plus 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. How much? It's 10. So right here, 0, carry 1. 7 plus 3 is equals 10. So 0, carry 1. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Okay, are you following? Very good. So count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Right there, comma. Meaning to say 2,700 plus 360 is 3,060. And that's the answer now to your 90 times 34 is equals to 3,060. Here's your answer. Okay. Are you getting it? Very good. Now let us try to answer another problem altogether. So we got here 80 times 32. Okay? So first things first is find the number between these numbers here who has no zero. Is it 80 or 32? So we got there 32. So let's draw a rectangular model and choose 32 because it has no zero. What number is in the ones place value? So we got here ones and tens. ones, tens. What number is in the ones place value? We got here ones, which is 2, right here 2. What number is in the tens place value? We got here 3, ones, tens. So right here 3. And don't forget, how many zeros does a tens have? Only 1 0. Okay, now, because we find out already our multiplicand, we can write here our multiplier, which is 80. So you write here 80. Now, it is easier for you to find out your area model on each partial products. So do this now in your paper. Are you writing it? Very good. So let's start by 80 times 2. Okay, write in your paper 80 times 2. Here we go. Now let's solve this all together. How many zeros do you see here? Only 1. Very good. So write here 1. Then 2 times 8. Let's count by 2. Ready? Begin. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. How much? 16. So we got here 16. Mean to say 80 times 2 is equals to 160. You can write there 160 now in your partial product. Next, we got here 80 times 30. So you can write now 80 times 30. Okay. Now, how many zeros can you see now? You got here 1 and 2. So you can write now 2 zeros. Next, let's multiply 3 times 8. Let's count by 3 again. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. How much? It's 24. You can write now 24. So, we say 80 times 30 is equals to 2,400. So, are you writing it in your paper? Very good. What's next? When you find out your partial products, what are we going to do? We are going to add 2,400 plus 160. 2,400 plus 160. Always align them by their place value. Ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. Okay? Did you write this in your paper? Very good. So 0 plus 0 is equals to 0. 0 plus 6 is equals to 6. 4 plus 1 is equals to 5. Bring down 2. The answer is 2,560. Meaning to say, when you multiply 80 times 32, the answer is 2,560. Here's your final answer. Okay? Okay, scholars, let us answer now your problem set. So we are going to do this all together. Okay, so we got here, I want you to copy this in your paper. We got here, Jairo have 40 boxes of pencil. So we got here 40 boxes of pencil. So Jairo have 40 boxes of pencil. How much? 40 boxes. Now, each box have 76 pencils. Here we go. Each box contains 76 pencils. Now the question is, how many total pencils does Jairo have? So we got here double many. Okay, hold on. Now, how many total pencils does Jairo have? So we are going to answer this by multiplying 40 times 76 because he got 40 boxes of pencil and each box contains 76 pencils. So let us going to answer this all together. Okay? So I want you to take time to copy this one and we are going to answer it all together. Okay? So take time to copy this problem in your paper. Then we are going to answer it Finding first the given. The given is 40 boxes of pencil and 76 pencils. That's your given. Okay? So, and copy this first in your paper. Then we're going to answer it later on. Okay? Are you done? Okay, take your time to copy our problem set. Okay, so let us answer our problem set by starting with our given. So problem set. So our given, number one, is we got there 40 boxes of pencil. Okay, so are you writing it in your paper? So for the given, we got there 40 boxes of pencils. Okay, so write it in your paper, the given, 40 boxes of pencils. Another given is we got there each box contains how much pencils? We got here 76 pencils each box. So we got here 76 pencils each box. There we go. Okay, so anything else? So we got here 40 boxes of pencils and 76 pencils each box. Okay, next, what is being asked in the problem? Okay, so what is being asked in the problem? We got there, how many total pencils does Hiro have? So right here, how many total pencils does Hiro have? There you go. Always remember, to find what is being asked in the problem, it always ends in question mark. Okay? So how many total pencils does Hiro have? This is what we are going to figure out. So the solution is what do you think will be the solution? So we got Hiro have 40 boxes of pencil and each box contains 76 pencil. Meaning to say he got 40 boxes and each box contains 76 pencils. And we are going to find out how much total pencils does Hiro have. So we got your solution. We are going to multiply 40 times 76. Okay? So to solve this one, we are going to use your partial product and your area model. Among these two, or between these two numbers, which number has no zero? So we got here 76. So when we draw our rectangular model, we are going to write 76 here above, and the multiplier 40 will be on this side. Okay? So are you writing this? Good. So we got here 76 ones, tens. So what is our number in the ones place value? Ones, tens. We got here 6. This is 6. Next, what number is in the tens place value? Ones, tens. We got here 7. How many zeros does the tens place value have? We got here 1 0. So we got here 76, 76. Okay? Next, our multiplier will be 40, so you can write 40 here. Or you can write it also here. Either way you're correct. Okay? Next, let us going to multiply 40 times 6 to find the area model on this partial product. Okay? 40 times 6. Let's try to multiply 40 times 6. I want you to multiply it in your paper. Okay? So we got here, how many zeros do we have? Only 1. So right here, 1 0. Next, let us multiply 6 times 4. Okay, are you with me? Let's try to multiply 6 times 4. Let's count by 6. 6, 12, 18, 24. The answer is 24. So you can write here 24. Okay, so we got here 40 times 6 is equals to 240. 40 times 6, you can write here 240. There you go. Next, 40 times 70. So you can write there 40 times 70. Okay, now how many zeros do you see here? 1, 2. Right there, 2 zeros, 1 and 2. Now you can multiply 7 times 4. Let's count by 7. Skip counting by 7. Ready, begin. 7, 14, 21, 28. How much? 28. Right here, 28. There you go. Meaning to say, 40 times 70, 40 times 70 is equals to 2,800. There you go. When you got already your partial products inside your area model, that's the time you are going to add them all together. So let's add them all together. We got here 2,800 plus 240. There you go. So we got here 0 plus 0 is equals 0. 0 plus 4 is equals to 4. 8 plus 2 is equals to 10. Carry 1. And 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. 1, 2, 3. Write your comma. The answer is 40 times 76 is equals to 3,040. So what's the final answer? The final answer is we got 3,040 total pencils. Right there, total pencils of Hiro. Because the question is, how much is the total pencils of Hiro or Hiro have? So we got your answers now. This is your final answer. Your final answer is 3,040 pencils of Hiro. Okay? So take time to copy this one so that you can use this to review your work. Okay?